Omar is still in Indianapolis, and then hopefully he'll be released tomorrow.
Are they just being sure that there's nothing serious wrong with them, or is there some, is there
Well, this
some?
is long, so, I mean, that's a pretty serious thing. But he's showing a lot of improvement, so that's a positive.
What did he, obviously we don't know what the family night, but just kind of in the grand picture of his training camp, what did he show you over these last few weeks?
Who, Omar?
Yeah, Omar.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things. And, I mean, he's made plays, certainly on the ball. He's contributed on defense as well, and I think he's shown a lot of toughness. I mean, he got hurt on the first kickoff of the second half, and he played like 12 minutes in that third quarter before he went out of the game with obviously a pretty significant injury. So I think that says a lot about the guy just in terms of how tough he is.
Matt, what did you find out about Marshawn Lloyd after you got back?
Yeah, he's going to miss some time. So another a hamstring.
Is it, when you look at the bad luck he's had, I'm not sure I've seen a guy have it as bad as him. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's been I mean, there's nothing, I don't know what to make of it other than the fact that he's had to fight through a lot of adversity, and, you know, hopefully he can rebound from this and we can get him back at some point in time. Because he certainly has shown a skill set and a playmaking ability, because that was a heck of a play. It was a great throw, a really nice catch, but it's just unfortunate.
You know, you said about Evan in the offseason that he needed to take better care of his body, and he took that to heart and seems to have followed that. Is there anything that Marshawn could be doing that is not happening, or is it just terrible luck?
I mean, those are my questions to our medical staff all the time. Is there anything else that we could be doing or he should be doing? He's in great shape. It's just, I think you got to chuck it up to some bad luck.
So you think he'll probably be down to start the season, like he probably won't be ready week one?
I can't tell you that far ahead.
Aaron Sorrell update, do you have anything on him?
He will be missing some time as well.
What have you liked out of LaFleur? And obviously, you know, when you have 2 touchdowns in the first 2 preseason games, it can look good, but just about the process and the work he's been doing.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. We've given the opportunities, shown the ability to make people miss in space. So I've been pleased with him.
What kind of spark do you think Israel gave you last night, too, coming out of the halftime with what he did on the ground?
Yeah, he did a really nice job, not only on offense, but as a returner as well. So Izzy's put 2 solid performances back to back, and he's got to build upon that.
What is the plan for Jordan this week?
Hopefully get him back in some capacity into practice. We kind of just went through everything. We're going to alter some things to allow him to get involved. Do my favorite 7-on-7 that I absolutely despise, but in some instances it's good. So I'd rather him do that than just throw on air. So we'll incorporate some 7-on-7 into practice.
What is your actual practice schedule this week? What days are you going? We don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. That's a damn shame. So tomorrow we're gonna have, it'll be closed tomorrow. We're kind of working through what I had wanted to do, and then after getting the list of our injury report and what we can do might be 2 different things. So we're going to work through that after this press conference, and but the goal would be to be in pads on Tuesday, and then walk through Wednesday, and then have a really good practice for Seattle on Thursday.
So you'd like to get him out there tomorrow or later in the week to throw?
I would love to get him out there tomorrow. We'll see how he's doing.
When you look back at the film from yesterday, what would you like specifically in the second half about the way your guys played?
Well, it was much cleaner. There wasn't as many self-inflicted wounds. I thought our guys for the duration of the game, they battled, and I never thought it was like a lack of effort in any phase of ball. Our guys were competing, and that's what you really ultimately want to see. Now, there's a lot of things that mentally we got to do a lot better, and some of the communication things that we got to clean up. But I loved how our guys competed. They kept playing. You're kind of your back's against the wall when you're down 13-0, and just to be able to come back and compete. I thought just when they were playing their starters, I thought our guys did on both, and really every phase did a really nice job as well. Offensively, we were able to move the ball. Defensively, we got we got a good stop, and then held them to 3 down in the red area. I thought our red area defense was solid. So I think there was a lot to like, and also a lot to learn from, and just in terms of being dialed in, focused, just basic details of the game of football itself, and then certainly within their respective rooms, just the detail of which you got to play the game, the fundamentals, and all that, and just being able to take what you practice all week, and it's got to translate to game day. And I think that's always an important lesson for a lot of these young players.
Matt, for Isaiah Simmons, played quite a bit in that last game. What do you want to see from him just moving forward before the season gets here?
Well, I mean, we all see what kind of he's a unbelievable athlete. I think it's just, again, getting more used to playing behind the ball, and it's really, as with most players, it's the level of consistency that you can go out there and play each play, because I think he's done a lot of good things, and then there's some things that we absolutely need to clean up.
What'd you learn about Elgersma with the amount of time he played? And you've obviously had Sean here for a while. What did you think of what you got from him?
Yeah, Taylor, he likes contact, obviously. He wasn't about to slide. I saw him pushing the pile on a Mars touchdown run. So he's got to learn to be a little bit smarter, I would say, in that regard. I think there was some really good moments that he had in showing the ability to progress, and then there was a couple that he forced in there. And, I mean, the touchdown to Ben Sims that didn't count, we can't throw that ball. And then he had the one that got picked off, that got called back for a face mask. You can't throw that ball. So I think for his first, I would call it his extended action, I thought there was some really good moments, and then also some things that you have to learn from. But he's still getting used to the field dimensions out there from Canada.
I'm sorry, what did you think of Sean, too? What did he do?
Yeah, Sean went in and did what he had to do. I mean, he led us down on a touchdown drive and used his legs and in some critical moments. A 4th down scramble, and obviously the touchdown run when we were running the keeper. So I thought there were some good things there.
When Rashid, gets fully back into team stuff, is left tackle still his job, or have you seen enough from Jordan where it's still an actual competition?
Oh, it's 100% a competition. I think Jordan's put a lot of good stuff on tape.
Going back to the quarterbacks, there's some big roster moves coming up here in about 9 days. What are you looking for in that third quarterback position?
Somebody who can command the offense, and you want somebody that you can develop into, hopefully, a guy that can play for you someday. So, it's just, you want to see that level of consistency that within every position, but in particular the quarterback position, that's so critical to the success of the offense. So I think that's what we're trying to hunt.
With Julian Hicks and Cornelius Johnson beyond the plays yesterday, what have you seen from them the last few weeks, their body of work in game?
Yeah, I thought both those guys put a really strong performances yesterday. I really liked how they competed. You watched it in every phase, whether it's in the run game or the pass game. Obviously, Hicks had a couple catches, the key catches that got called back for penalties. CJ made some critical plays on that. I mean, that 4th down catch was a pretty nice catch on the inside slant. So I thought I was proud of both those guys. They've shown a lot of growth and a lot of improvement, I would say, from even the start of training camp to where we're at right now.
Going back to Matt's offensive line question, obviously you want to have some chemistry at some point. How challenging is it going to be for you if you still have a competition left tackle, which maybe therefore might impact another position for you?
I think we'll be all right.
Is there enough time with?
There's never enough time, Bill.
Ahead of Thursday, what's your relationship with Mike McDonald, if you have one or not really?
Yeah, I've gotten to know Mike a little bit, I would say, over the last year or so. A guy that I have a lot of respect for, just for what he was able to accomplish as a coordinator and as a position coach. And then the job he did last year, I thought he did a fantastic job. So he's an easy guy to talk to. He's a ball guy. But yeah, I really like him.
Have you had much conversation about Thursday's practice yet, or does that happen this week?
No, I'm going to call him later this afternoon.
Matt, when we asked Goody about Welch last year at the end of camp after he got cut, he basically said, look, there were a bunch of guys that deserved to be on the team that didn't. I assume he felt that way about Christian. What's the value in having a guy like that on your team, and what have you seen from him now that he's been back so far?
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things. Certainly his value is just his ability to go out and do a lot of things in terms of on special teams. He's a four-phase guy. And then he's got enough experience at linebacker that if you need to fill a hole, he can fill any of those three spots.
Are Reed or Wicks going to be ready for week 1, do you think?
I sure hope so.
Now, what did you think of the way Belton responded to the way he played in the first half and you getting after him a little bit?
Yeah, I just think I don't want to put it all on him. On some of those alignment things, like the guard's got to move up because he's putting his post foot off the guard's post foot. So we got to scoot our guard up, and then there's certain things. I love his demeanor, his play style, and I mean he's a second effort guy. You see him pushing piles. I think the one play where he gets a personal foul, he's got to be smarter in that situation, whether it was before the whistle or after the whistle. That's an illegal play regardless because you're hitting somebody in the back. So as far as his demeanor, his play style, the mentality that he's going out there, I love what he's all about. There's some things that we got to clean up from a technique standpoint to get him to play to the level I know he's capable of playing. I think he's a really talented guy. And we got to refine some of the mechanics of how he plays the game because he's got a ton of potential.
More, please. Do you feel like Malik Willis, from what you've seen, has he continued to grow in this offense? I know that the offensive output in terms of scoring probably hasn't been there in the preseason, but do you feel like he has grown from what you've seen?
Absolutely. I think, you look at the first drive, he took us right down the field. Had the great play on 4th and 5. So I thought there was a lot to like. He hits Hicks on a big reception that gets called back for a holding. We would have been in scoring position on that drive as well. So I think there's a lot to like with what he did. Was it perfect? No, but it rarely ever is. I think he can improve on some of the things that we may have missed in the game, but all in all, the only play I wasn't real fired up about is when we tried to force a ball on a corner route to Fitzpatrick, where there's a defender obviously in that vicinity. It almost gets picked off. I just wish you see him read with his feet and check that ball down, because that was the only play that was there to be made. But I thought there was a lot of great things that you cannot coach, like his escapability and his ability to avoid a couple of those sacks. We're 3rd and long. I can't remember, was it Latu or somebody had him basically in the grasp, and he's able to spin out of it. And I know we didn't complete the ball to Mecole, but he's able to avoid and get out of the pocket. That's what you love about the guy. You can't coach that stuff. That is just his ability, and I was just really impressed with his, for the most part, I thought he played pretty decisive in the game in regards to what he wanted to do. And when he took off, he went.
I know the game doesn't count in the standings, and it's probably Shane who's a little more ticked off or confused today, but what did you make of the final play that they had?
Great call. I don't know. I was as confused as anybody out there. So I haven't seen many like that. But I don't know. I still when I watched it last night, I was like, is it a catch? Is it not a catch? I don't know.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
What'd you think? Was it a catch?
I thought he caught it.
Okay. Well, you're wrong.
time you need to build chemistry on the offensive line?
I think we're doing it right now. You know, with kind of how we rep guys and move them around and stuff, I think everyone's kind of used to playing with each other. So you always, if you can get your starting five out there and they're your guys, and that's great. But usually throughout an NFL season, you kind of have to move guys around at times. So yeah, I mean, we still have competition open right now, and I'm okay with that until someone grabs the job.
That was my point, because, you know, Matt just asked Matt about left tackle and said it's an open competition. So if hypothetically Jordan Morgan doesn't beat out Rashid, maybe you want to go stick him somewhere else, so that therefore he's taking reps that he hasn't taken in quite a while.
Yeah, no, he takes those reps in practice, walkthroughs and things like that. And obviously last year played guard a lot. So yeah, once it all kind of gets declared, then that's what we'll go, and that's the direction we'll go. But right now it's still pretty open.
What have you thought of what Jordan's given you at left tackle the last week or
I
so?
liked it, yeah. He's done a really good job. And that was the big thing, is just see how he goes out there and plays. He played against a really good DM yesterday and did a good job in Laitu. So, yeah, it was encouraging to see him out there, and, yeah, it was good to see.
Walker's missed some time recently with an injury, and then early on in camp when Elton wasn't here, Morgan was more inside. Has that made it more challenging to evaluate that competition?
Yeah, it definitely, you know, when guys aren't out there playing, you can't get an evaluation, obviously. So we got to get Rashid out there, we got to get him playing, and, yeah, then we'll be able to see what we have.
What did you think of the offensive play calling yesterday?
There's some ups and downs, like any game, but no, it was good. It was fun.
In all seriousness, how valuable, I mean, you know, Matt's not gonna give that up, but for you, how valuable is that to be able to do that every summer?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I enjoy it, and, yeah, it's just a cool thing, you know, to be able to do, and I appreciate when he lets me do that, for sure.
I was going to ask you about that too. So obviously you want the offense to be successful, but are you also trying to give guys opportunities that maybe you would have given them in a quote-unquote real game, but you want to go see?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, you know, and kind of the most frustrating thing when you're calling a game, and like in the first half when we had 8 or 9 penalties, your offense doesn't have a chance to get going, so it's harder to get these guys reps. You want to be able to see, you know, how a quarterback responds on third down, or how a running back can run the ball, but if you're always behind the sticks, it makes it very hard to evaluate people, which was better in the second half, obviously. We were able to do some things, but, yeah, it's definitely very important to just get evaluations of guys and see if they can win one-on-one matchups.
So can Savion Williams help you right away, or is his limited reps this summer just going to make it maybe a little bit tougher for him?
It's definitely going to make it tougher. You know, hopefully we can get him back sometime soon. But yeah, it's just one of those things with his just being banged up that anytime a young guy comes in, and he's done everything we've asked of him. But I'm very encouraged from what I saw that he will be able to help us for sure. It's just a matter of just getting his health right, and we should be good.
What have you seen from Elton since he's been at center, full-time back, you know, healthy, and, you know, how has that relationship been with Jordan?
Yeah, it's been really good. And you can tell Jordan, I think Jordan really likes working with him too. He's very assertive. He's very knowledgeable, takes charge of the calls and the offensive line. So he's a very good presence in there for everyone, especially if, you know, we are trying to get different guys at different spots. If you got a guy like Elton in there that can make sure we're targeting and we're going the right direction, then it makes it easier on everybody else.
Steno, going back to that awesome play calling, you ran the ball a lot. And talking about evaluation, you got to see all those guys. Now with Marshawn out a while, what did you think of what you saw from all those guys? You got some interesting options.
Yeah, we do. And I was pleased with how all those guys ran the ball for the most part. I think there was a couple ball security issues that we got to iron out and make sure we're on top of. But other than that, everyone ran hard, and they were competing. They got tough yards. They were able to create some yak and stuff like that. So I was encouraged by every single one of those guys.
What about in terms of the young wide receivers? I mean, you played without all 6 of your top wide receivers. What did you think of what you got from Johnson, and Hicks had a bunch of catches
Yeah,
that didn't even count.
I know. I felt bad. And him and Ben Sims, with that nice touchdown catch he had. But yeah, it's just all those guys. The good thing about it is they're all competing and they're all showing us what they're about. And, anytime you're out there in a game scenario and you make plays, that stands out for sure. So it's been good to see. And those guys are doing the dirty work too. They're run blocking, but they're also making plays in the pass game. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds.
Instead, when it comes to just discipline and those pre-snap penalties, is that just the conversation you have and something?
Oh, yeah.
You had, or have you had that conversation?
Yeah, a lot of conversations about it. And I think it's just guys just being focused. There's a lot of things to think about during a game. And it seems like, it compounds more when you have less experience with these younger guys of just lining up in the correct formation, not being in the backfield, things like that. But, yeah, we definitely have to clean that up. And we will. We did in the second half, which was good. So we just got to keep going and do a better job there for sure.
I know that Matt talked to Anthony at this time. Did you get a chance to talk to him? What was the message to you?
Yeah, it was basically you have to do better. Like this team's counting on you to go out there and perform. And our offense can't get going if we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So, yeah, we had that conversation. And the best thing about it is he responded, which was good.
As a former tackle, do you primarily blame the guards for where they line up?
Sometimes, yeah. It all depends. But we had some issues with both the tackles and the guards, just making sure we're all lined in the correct spot. So hopefully we'll get that figured out.
You guys have had Clifford now. He was the primary backup in 23, then obviously spent most of the year on the practice squad last year. And he gave Elgersma a ton of work yesterday. What do you need to see from Sean? What does he need to do to to prove to you guys that he is where he needs to be?
Yeah, it's a combination of wanting to see more of what Taylor can do too. That's the kind of, I think, the mindset of yesterday was just, hey, let's get him out there and just see what he's about. We've seen Sean a lot, but it's also, all right, let's see what Taylor does with the bulk of the backup reps. But the thing with both those guys, they went out there and competed. They both had touchdown drives. So it's going to be interesting.
Pretty good.
All right, thanks, guys. See you.